Morning, all. All right, so jersey countdown to start off today, yet again. Yep, of course. We're going from 440 to 431 today, so we're getting there, right? So at 440 is this. Now, I like the Blues jersey, but again, you've got the Reebok piping. You've got nothing on the bottom, no stripes on the bottom. A very basic look that Reebok went for out of the gate, which wasn't really one that got over with collectors so much. This is actually a Doug Weight jersey, and yeah, so Blues number 440. Number 439. This is the Islanders jersey that they wore for a while there, that they sported, which has the four bars for the four cups in a row, which again people will talk about if they're Islander fans. Interestingly enough, there's only three stripes here on the stick. The four stripes became a prominent feature later. And this, I assume, is what they based the reverse retro on, where they just reversed the orange and the white stripe. And they didn't have the bars on the shoulders, and they're like, there, that is as reverse retro as we're going to get. At 438 is the jersey that faced off against Colorado in a stadium game. The Colorado jersey had a reaction of what? And this had a reaction of meh. So, LA Kings, see a big LA on there and the Kings in here. I do like the inside of the neckline, but in general, stadium jerseys can be, well, they try. They try something new. They're like, we're going to do something brand new. And then when they do it, we're like, maybe you should do some more retro stuff. Maybe that's the way to go. So at 437, we've got this from Florida. And so the original is higher. This one, all they did was put the broken stick on it, which it was an alternate, and then it's weird. But yeah, so this one ends up in 437 on the overall countdown. In position 436, we've got this from Columbus, their original. If that last one seemed a little hurried, it's because we had Lilybell here and Shadow here and Pixel, and anyway. So yeah, I had to quickly get that one done so I could watch the cats. But yeah, so Columbus, the original, the first year blue one. I like the blue one more than the white one. Obviously, the white one already showed up on the countdown, and it's basically a similar overall look, just blue instead of white. Stars again around the sleeves. Always a lot of stars on Columbus jerseys, and it does make them kind of reminiscent of Capitals jerseys too. Very patriotic games when you have Columbus against the Washington Capitals. Number 435 is this throwback that was used then as a 75th anniversary jersey as well. This is a Chris Jelios. I got this one from Sports K Jerseys. And they do have a few of the old Blackhawks jerseys there. So, yeah, I picked this up. And again, for a Chicago jersey, it is at the bottom, or near the bottom, because the stadium one was at the bottom. But still, Chicago, I don't know if there's really a bad looking jersey in their overall history. It's just a matter of comparison, and what they have with their current Adidas. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And this one ends up in 435th. Number 434. Now, the logo's fantastic. This is actually a puffy 3D style logo. Very, puffy material. And not all of the Ducks jerseys have that on it. But the striping was weird. So, comparatively speaking, with the original jerseys they had, this was an odd choice. San Jose, as you will see in this part of the countdown, decided to go in the same direction. And it was... The odd part, too, is LA never did. The Kings never went, okay, so we'll do the same sleeve design as what San Jose and Anaheim are doing. Just, it didn't happen. So, yeah, this one's it's an oddity. And I remember I wore this in a video at one point, about a year ago now, I think, and there were questions in the comments about, did the Ducks actually wear that jersey? The answer is yes. Yes, they did. Number 433, and this is a similar look, right? In that, they don't have the color all the way down to here, but again, you've got the sleeves, you've got the weird striping. and San Jose went from their original to this, and it was a head scratcher for sure when they did that, because the original San Jose look is fantastic. I think what it shows is that marketing departments for teams are always going to look for a way to sell new merchandise. So, for instance, right now Arizona's going back to Kachina, and everybody's all excited to go out and buy Kachinas. They didn't really sell 20 years ago when they had the Kachina as a regular jersey. And my guess is 10 years from now, they'll do some kind of a change again. It's all about, getting the sales going again, which is why San Jose... It's the only reason I can come up with why San Jose would make the changes they did with this one. Just weird. Number 432. So we're up to Chicago Wolves. And of all the mascots in sports, I think it's skates, right? Yeah, nothing is more terrifying than the mascot for the Chicago Wolves, in my opinion. And I mean, the Oilers, their mascot's terrifying. There are other mascots, and Gritty aside and all, this one still to this day. But yeah, so white Chicago Wolves logo on both shoulders. The unusual thing with them and a lot of the other AHL teams is they don't have, at least I haven't seen one, a jersey that they wear with the parent club on the shoulder. The Chicago Wolves keep themselves pretty independent. They are, obviously as an AHL team, they're going to be able to help develop your players for the NHL level. But they do pride themselves on a different look. It is definitely unique. And if you're looking for AHL jerseys, because I get this question a lot, going through the AHL store has been the number one source for me. A longtime subscriber, though, did send me this one. Now, for 431, I'm going to do something a little bit different. So this is the Caps jersey. This is another stadium jersey with the huge red stripe on the bottom and the huge red stripe on the sleeve and just Caps on the front and the 3 stars. But what's interesting to me is, so they got a new third jersey this year, and to me, it sure looks like they fixed the Caps jersey. It sure looks like the colors are very, very similar. Even says in the neckline of this one, all caps. This obviously is yet to come on the countdown. This is not on the countdown at this point. But it is interesting because to me, they look very, very similar. It's just this one's the fixed version of this. It's almost as if they said, well, this one doesn't really work. This one didn't really sell. So they came up with that. So I know there are people who don't like this one either. But you can see they're very, very similar to one another. Even the same colors, which can't be a coincidence since there's no way. There's no way that that's a coincidence. Not in my opinion, anyways. Either that or they just got lazy and already had this one all loaded up in Photoshop and they just clicked a few things and deleted a few things and moved a couple things around and went there. How does that look? Sure, that's our new third. So there you go. Another edition of the countdown. We're up to 431 now. And so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, because, it's nice. It's nice to see people clicking like and subscribe. Makes me happy. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts again. And hey, I will talk to you again soon. Thank you guys so much for all your support.